Did you know that your footwork at the baseline is probably all wrong? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you complete clarity on how you can move better on the baseline on your backhand side. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution. We're one of the leading online tennis instruction websites in the world, committed, passionate to help you accelerate your results and get to the next level. Today we're going to focus on the backhand. We're going to talk about the one-handed backhand and the two-handed backhand so that you're not left out. And we're going to specifically focus on footwork. Now, I made another video about the shuffle footwork. So shuffle, step, hit footwork. And the way that this works is that when you see a ball come to your backhand side, instead of crossing over first, which by the way isn't wrong, a lot of pros do it, and we'll talk about that a little bit today, you're going to focus on stepping out with your outside leg after the split. So you're going to split, you're going to step out, you're going to shuffle, and then you're going to step and hit. And this is a rhythm move that a lot of the pros use. More pros on the that hit one-handed backhands do this than two-handers, but there are two-handers that do it. So let me show it to you again. You come out of the split, you step out, you shuffle, you step. I'll show it with a one-hander. You step out, you shuffle, and you step in and you hit, okay? Now the question that came to me, actually a couple questions that came to me. One is, if you make this shuffle move, aren't you going to be late on your backhand? I'm assuming compared to just stepping across and running across and hitting the ball. And my answer is no, you're not going to be late. You're not going to be late because you're going to time the move correctly. If you don't time it correctly, if you shuffle too late and the ball is already by you, it's to you or behind you by the time you try to step in, yes, you're going to be late. But that's the case with any shot in tennis. The key is to time the rhythm and the movement so that when you step out and when you shuffle right here, the ball is still approaching you. The ball is starting to bounce and you have time to step in before the ball gets to you. So you have to read the ball coming off the strings, see that it's coming to your backhand, and you make this move before the ball gets to you. Now you're totally loaded. All right, this isn't much different than crossing over and loading right here and hitting an open stance backhand. So the real key, like I said, is making sure you time this shuffle move before the ball gets to you so you have time to step in. You'll never be late if you do it this way. Now here's what's cool about this move. A lot of players are going to get crossed up when they just step across and swing like this. If the ball comes fast, look what I can do. Quick shuffle, step. Watch the quickness. Quick shuffle, step. If the ball comes slower, I can actually take more time, right? So the rhythm of your move on this footwork is dictated by the speed of the ball. So if you find that you're late making this move, then you need to make this move quicker, right? You make this move quicker and you get to that front foot sooner. So if you're noticing that you're late, you're gonna make this move and you're gonna step early. Right? You can do it on the one-hander. Shuffle, step, and get to this move. So that's how I would practice it. Shuffle, step. And you should be there, prepped and ready as the ball is approaching. Whew. Okay, that's a big key for you, is just work on this move. Shuffle, step before the ball gets to you. You'll never be late on it again. The speed of how you move with this shuffle is determined by the speed of the ball. I think it's better to learn how to shuffle quick and step like that rhythm move, watch it, 1, 2, 3, than to see the ball come fast and just step across and reach, which is what I see a lot of players do. Now, another question that came to me was, what do you do when the ball is wide? Should you shuffle when the ball is wide? Now that's a great question because when the ball gets wide, now you have different options with your footwork. So, option number one, of course, is you're going to turn and you're going to run and you're going to get on this front foot. But what I see with players when they do that is when they come across like this and they get to here, then they block themselves. So make sure if you like to step across on a wide ball, so you step across and you step across with the first move and you step across to hit, when you finish, you try to square up like this. It's very important that you square up with your outside leg. If you step across with your first move and you're here, you have to try to square your hips and your shoulders when you're done. That's very important. If you're loving this footwork lesson and you want to start moving better on the court, the Baseline Footwork Secrets is for you. You're going to love this powerful course, and all you have to do to get the Baseline Footwork Secrets is click the link below to get started. Now back to the original question, should you shuffle on the wide ball? Listen, if you can step out, look where I'm standing, I'm not even in the middle. If you can step out and make a big shuffle, look where I'm at. Look how much ground I just covered with that move. Okay, I'm right here, big step out, big shuffle, big step. I got all the way to the single sideline with a shuffle, right? A shuffle and a step, and I'm already to the single sideline. Now compare that to that. I had to take 3 steps to get there, right? 3 steps, how many steps do I take here? I'm gonna count this step out, we can count it as 1. 1, the shuffle's gonna be 2, and the step is 3, the same number of moves. And I would argue that this step out is part of the shuffle. So this right here is part of the shuffle, so it's really 1, 2. In many respects, it could be a quicker move than 1, 2, 3. And what's even cooler is that you have rhythm behind you. Sometimes when we just step across and we run to the ball, we're just running. There's not a lot of rhythm with the court, with the ground. But if you go ba-bump, 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 there's rhythm behind that move. So the key word is rhythm. You can even add in the word tempo. Do you have tempo and rhythm when you move around the court? Does your rhythm and tempo match the ball? Probably not, because most of us are running around the court like a chicken with our heads cut off. We're just running around randomly with no set pattern or set rhythm to what we're doing. That's why I love this move. And I'm not saying you should go out and do this tomorrow, but you certainly could start integrating this move, whether the ball's wide or maybe for now, if it's too hard to do it wide, maybe you just do it when the ball's here. This is great because it allows you to keep your eyes and your head focused. Look at my shoulders. I can even start to turn like this, but I don't get completely crossed up when I turn sideways. That's why this is so effective. So, we've answered the question about, are you going to be late on this move? The answer is no if you move fast enough and if you move at the right time. We've answered the question that if the ball is wide, should you do this or not? Roger Federer, he hits amazing passing shots with that move right there, the move that I'm showing you today. All right, so you can do this. If the ball is wide, the ball wasn't that wide, but if the ball is wide, you can do this. It just takes practice. And remember, know that if you decide to cross over and you get out here, you've got to practice squaring up. I would even suggest that when you shuffle on a wide ball in here, you also square up. That's a big piece that's missing, is a lot of players get on the wide ball and they just stop here. You have to learn how to release that leg so that you square up your hips and your shoulders. Does that make sense? Good. I hope this clears it up. The questions were coming in from this previous video around this footwork, and I wanted to break it down even further for you so you understand it. This is what the pros are doing. I'm not saying you have to do it, but this is what the pros are doing. Now, one more thing I'll add, or maybe this will be for another video. They're not all shuffling. They are crossing over. When they have some time, they do what's called a gallop step, or I call it a gallop step. When they cross over, they give a little hop step after. So instead of running across like this, like I see a lot of players do, they step across and then they gallop before they hit the next ball. Again, another way to create rhythm. Now you'll see that especially when they move up into the court like this, you'll see that move. And that's when they have time. If the ball comes really fast, you might even just step out and hit an open stance. When you have some time is when you can shuffle, when you can gallop with that first crossover move. If you start to practice the shuffle move and the gallop move, you're gonna find a greater rhythm. You're gonna find more power, more easy power, and more flow. And again, this is what the pros are doing. Study them, see how they move on these shots, see how they move when they step into the ball. Are they shuffling? Are they crossing over? Are they galloping? You'll start to see things the pros are doing that you've never been taught before. How did I learn this? Because I studied my 10,000 hours, my 20,000 hours, my 30,000 hours of videos to really understand movement, because I didn't have coaches sharing this with me. And I'm so fortunate now that I can provide this content for you and help you with your movement and with the rest of your game. So if you enjoyed this lesson, make sure that you give us a thumbs up, you leave a comment below, and make sure you take that next step, because we got a free gift for you. It's a free membership inside Tennis Evolution Plus. We're committed to helping people accelerate their results. We want you to get to the next level. We care about you. We want tennis to move forward. We want to get the right information in your hands, and we want you to know what the pros are doing. So go ahead and click below or somewhere in this video to pick up that free gift. It's a free membership inside our online portal and inside the Tennis Evolution app. Thanks for your time today. We'll see you at the next lesson.